I was so excited when they announced this iconic Dodge Charger set from the Fast and the Furious movie franchise. Especially because this is from the very first movie, which is one of just few of them that I actually liked. I bought this set, I built it, I had it for a couple of days here on my table, and it turned out that the model is far from being perfect. So I'm just gonna share my thoughts about it, and you can decide for yourself on whether you want to have this car in your collection or not. Hey everyone, you're on the Knobby Brick channel and I'm Alex. Today we're reviewing this small set from the Speed Champion series, which features the 1970 Dodge Charger RT, Dominic Toretto's car from 2001, the Fast and the Furious movie. I might be mistaken here, but this set and another one, the James Bond Aston Martin DB5, are the first LEGO Speed Champion sets that are based on the cars from movies rather than real sports or hypercars. So maybe it's the start of a new sub-theme in the Speed Champion series. We'll see. Okay, we've got a small box which is of the usual size for a single car Speed Champion set. The set number 76912 is designed for the kids of 8 years old plus. It contains 345 pieces, which is about 100 more than usual for a single model. This set was released on the 1st of August 2022, and the official retail price for it is $20 or euros, which is the standard price for similar sets. On the front of the box we can see the LEGO model of Dodge Charger itself. It's pictured driving on some city road, although I don't really recognize the setting. It could be the Dom's garage or workshop, but it doesn't look like it. On the narrow side of the box we can see the car's profile, and here the model seems to be slightly tilted, inclined forward, which gives it more realistic and aggressive look. If that's gonna be the same for the actual model, that would be great. On the back of the box we see the rear of the car and its sides, lots of right angles here. Also there is an actual shot from the movie, and it's one of the last scenes of it where Dom and Brian had their iconic race. And also there is a picture of Dominic Toretto minifigure sitting in the car. Now let's open the box and see what's inside. Inside we find two medium-sized plastic bags, a book with building instructions and a sheet of stickers. Speaking about stickers, we have only 5 of them here, the one with the radiator grille and Charger logo on it. I like how it looks. California license plate, some kind of 2 black triangles, and the one that looks to be a fuel tank cap. All the stickers have some transparent areas. Let's take a look at the building instructions. At first sight the book looks to be much thicker than you could imagine. It contains roughly 110 pages. Probably the reason for that is a bigger number of pieces for this set than usual. Inside we don't have any information about the Dodge, which is a bit disappointing. So the actual building instructions start on the 3rd opening. And here's the list of parts. There are some unusual printed pieces which I'll mention later in my review. So let's talk about the model itself now after I build it. How does the model resemble the real-life prototype? I'd say not too much. If someone asked me if I recognize this car without showing me a minifigure or telling me that the model is based on a movie, it would probably take me some time to guess, honestly. Look at the front side. We can see it has a square-shaped, box-shaped body. All surfaces here, like sides, the roof, the hood, are mostly flat, which is not how it is in real life. And this, what is this? Why is this top edge so thick? For a real car, this part around the front grille and headlights is just a chrome finished frame. It should look more like a molding, a trim. Here we have too much of a light gray color. It became dominant here, which feels wrong. Let me actually try this. I just replaced this 1x8 light gray tile with the same size but the black one. In my opinion, even this looks much better. If you look at it from the side, remember while looking at the box in the first half of the video, I noticed that the model was slightly inclined forward, like a real muscle car. It actually is, a little bit. It's supposed to create this more aggressive look and impression of a more massive front part with its large heavy engine and supercharger. But still, I don't really see it. The rear side is better. I actually prefer to display this model with its rear side facing towards the viewer. Tail lights have this deep red color The light gray accents below them looks good, especially when it's emphasized by these black cutouts. License plate is detailed and creates a contrast with the black body. By the way, if you look closely, you'll see that the number itself and the months of registration are the same as on the bigger LEGO Technic model of Dom's Charger. In the movie though, the number itself is the same, but the months of registration was December. Here we have June for some reason. I cannot explain that. So in general, I'd say the resemblance of the model depends on the angle you look at it and how familiar you are with the actual look of 1970 Dodge Charger. Minifigure. I don't know, I don't see a lot of Dominic Toretto in it, but I understand it's hard to reflect all the Dom's distinguished facial and body features on a LEGO minifig. Minifigures don't have noses, ears, Dominic's wide neck cannot be shown, muscles, etc. Yeah, it doesn't have a hairpiece that technically makes a minifigure bald. The skin tone is more natural than bright yellow. Also, they tried to make its lips recognizable. Apart from that, Dom is wearing grey pants and black tank top with some wrinkles. The minifigure also comes with a standard range accessory that perfectly fits this character. So I agree, they did whatever they could, but still. Moving over to the build quality and students. In general, I have no issues with the quality of the build. A couple of gimmicks though, you have to know that the roof is not secured here. I mean, it doesn't move or anything when you hold the model in your hands, but you shouldn't turn it upside down. And as the roof falls off easily. There are no studs that would hold it even a little bit. It's done on purpose so that you can take a minifigure out and put it back easily, and actually to put it behind the wheel you have to remove the front windshield as well. They mention that in the instructions. Otherwise you cannot do that. The second thing I want to mention is this teeny tiny gap here between the trunk and the body of the car. I'm sure it's not a big deal for most of you, but such small imperfections can drive people crazy. Once you see it, you start seeing it all the time. I understand such people. Speaking about parts and their utilization, the set contains a lot of small pieces, 345 versus 250 on average for other Speed Champion sets. I like that they used small pieces even when you build the parts of the car that cannot be seen after all. That makes the build process more interesting. And by the way, the final model is much more heavier than other models of similar size. Definitely. We have several printed pieces here, like these two 1x3 plates with black trapezoid cutouts, used nicely to outline the shape of the rear bumper, 1x1 and 1x2 transparent tiles with black stripes used for tail lights, the black slope with two silver dots. These dots probably represent reflectors here at the back of the car. Also we have four wheel covers. I would call them inverted 2x2 dish pieces with the rim pattern printed on them. And I actually think that all the pieces that I just mentioned are the new ones. I haven't seen them before and I couldn't find on Bricklink what other sets they're used in. I also want to show you the use of these small rollerblade pieces as door handles. That is awesome, beautiful design solution, like it. It looks much better than if they were stickers. Speaking about stickers, they are not awful, but I don't like transparent stickers in general. So it's not specific to this model. It's a rare occasion when transparent stickers look good after application. You still can see some bubbles or excessive glue or scratches, especially when you put them on the black surface. I absolutely dislike the one in the top left corner of the trunk. It's visible and it's not pretty. It would be better to replace it with a light bluish gray round tile if possible. If not, I would not use it at all. This part of the car now looks dirty to me. The sticker for the front grille with the Charger sign on it is the best one in this set. Let's talk about overall aesthetics as a display model. I cannot say I'm very excited about the final result, mostly because I don't think it's recognizable enough. Another reason for that is the black color itself. And don't get me wrong, I like black color in general, but LEGO pieces in black are just fingerprint magnets. If you want to display your model clean and shiny, you'll need to spend some time with a microfiber clothes like like this. I would highly recommend doing that, otherwise it may not be pleasant to look at. Funny thing to mention, after a couple of days of having it on my table, I realized it looks better from a distance. I guess when I stop noticing small things that irritate my eye, I can enjoy it. Next to other cars on the shelf, it looks odd though. As I mentioned earlier, it's different from other Speed Champions sets, other Speed Champions models, because they are mostly sports cars. Its boxy look doesn't fit in the same row. Even if I put it next to one of the retro cars like this Lamborghini Countach, it still excels. And maybe it's not a bad thing after all. Maybe this is what you want to see on your shelf: diversity of technologies and styles and colors. Real quick, two things I like, two things I dislike the most. I dislike the amount of light bluish gray at the front of the car. It's way too much and shifts the accent to itself, which I feel is wrong. I also dislike transparent stickers, especially this fuel tank cap. Looks cheap and dirty. On the positive side, I like the way the back of the car looks in general. Tail lights, exhaust pipes and license plate, very authentic. And I also absolutely adore what designer has done with the interior, which I haven't mentioned in this review yet. My bad. In my small collection, that's the most interesting interior so far. I know it's just a small bunch of pieces, but we have a proper gear shifter knob, which you can see in the movie. We have a fire extinguisher and we have a roll cage. How cool is that? So, would I recommend buying this set? It's hard to recommend for sure. On one hand, you can say, oh no, why would I buy this black brick on wheels? It's ugly, I don't really see a Dodge Charger in it, and I don't even relate to the movie that was released back in 2001, 11 years ago. I have no connection to it at all. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure there are people who are excited about this Dodge Charger. It's a step aside from the traditional Speed Champion sets, that's true. It's unique, it's different, it gives you emotions, and even if it's not perfect, I don't care. I want to have it in my collection. I guess myself, I am somewhere in between, but closer to the second group. And that's all. Now it's your turn to tell me what you think about this model. Did you or would you consider buying it? And if you watched this video to this point, please consider giving it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel to not miss videos like this in the future. Until then, bye bye.